Hello, all. Welcome to the fourth topic from the fifth unit on soft skills and interpersonal skills. And in this topic, we will be looking at the different types of, learning. Okay. So, again, this is a life skill. As I told you, that the fifth unit will specifically deal with and it is devoted to life skills. Okay. And this topic is no different. It is just the same. All right. And here we will be dealing with, or we will be looking at the different styles and strategies of learning. Okay. Now, teaching is a practice or a method which is adopted to facilitate learning. It is one of the methods to facilitate learning. But just like the teacher adopts different styles and strategies to make you understand a topic, in the same way, learning also involves different styles and strategies which will help you not only retain your knowledge or retain your information, but also understand and analyze them, right? So, learning also, just like teaching, just like your teacher or your professor adopts several different ways to make you understand a topic. So, if he or she is adopting one particular method to make you understand a topic and it does not land very well, as in you did not understand the topic well or the concept well, he or she adopts another way to make you understand, and perhaps that way is more effective to help you understand or the topic well or the concept well, right? Learning also works in the same manner. Okay. Now there are various different ways of learning, but the kind of or the one particular kind of learning that we follow or that we you know uh, that we adopt, okay, or that is universally accepted and universally adopted, is the vark learning style. Now, what is a vark learning style? Vark basically stands for visual auditory reading slash writing and kinesthetic. So vark basically is the abbreviated form of all the different styles of learning, okay, that we follow, and all these together are abbreviated as or shortened as VART with the initials of all these words. Okay. Now let us look at the first one, visual style. That is a V of VART. So visual learners are individuals who prefer to take in their information visually, be that with maps, graphs, diagrams, charts, and others. They do not necessarily respond well to photos or videos, rather needing their information using different visual aids such as patterns and shapes. Okay. So basically, visual learners are learners who learn or who are able to learn better through non-verbal means of communication, like your maps, like your uh, you know diagrams, like your charts and others. And visual doesn't necessarily mean videos and photos. Of course they are a part of it, but these maps and diagrams help them to retain their ideas better because it helps you connect certain dots, right? So visual learners, if they are presented with maps and if they're presented with you know if they're presented with maps and diagrams and all of these things, they will learn in a better manner and in an effective manner. Okay. The next is auditory style of learning. Now, auditory style of learning or auditory learners are individuals who learn better when they take in information in auditory form, when it is heard or spoken. Okay. They are prone to sorting their ideas after speaking rather than thinking ideas through before. Okay. Uh, so, auditory learners are learners who are able to learn better through listening, and listening means hearing their own voice. So, one example of this is that, like, suppose you are studying before an exam and you are studying out aloud. That is, whatever you are studying, you're reading out aloud whatever you are studying, because that reading helps you retain the ideas in a better manner, helps you retain the information and understand the information in a better manner. So when you are speaking it out loud, when you are speaking, you are able to understand better. Or when you are speaking out loud means, suppose you are trying to understand a concept and then you are acting like a teacher to yourself, where you are explaining the concept to yourself. So in that way, you are able to learn in a better manner, because when you are speaking to yourself, it is like you're communicating with yourself, directly communicating with yourself, which is going to help you learn your information and concept better. Okay, so this is your auditory listening. All right, next comes kinesthetic. Okay, now kinesthetic learners are individuals who prefer to learn by doing. They enjoy a hands on experience. They are usually more in touch with reality and more connected to it, which is why they require tactile experience to understand something better. So kinesthetic learners, so for you all, only, all of you are kinesthetic learners. Why? Because all of you have labs, right? All of you have labs for your different subjects. Okay, and whatever you are learning, you are getting to have a hands on experience of that in your laboratory, right? So there you are getting a hands on experience. There you are getting a real life example as to how a certain thing is done, how a certain program is executed, and how a certain experiment is done. Okay. So lab in that way helps you with a hands on experience. So that you can say is like, or that you can assume to be your kinesthetic experience. Okay. Then comes reading writing. Now, reading slash writing learners consume information best when it's in words, whether that's by writing it down or reading it. To them, text is more powerful than any kind of visual or auditory representation of an idea. Okay? So, for them, reading or writing, you know, uh, textual, textual knowledge, that is the written or the printed word, is more effective for them to understand. So when they're writing assignments or writing exams, that helps them understand their concept better. Okay, next comes your the other different types of learning that we have. Just a minute. Yes, now the other learning styles are, or the other different types of learners are, logical and analytical learners, who are basically who learn through application of logic and then analysis of a particular concept. Then social and linguistic learners. Okay, so they learn through socializing. Okay, and they different communication activities like asking questions, sharing stories, help them learn better. Solitary learners, also called solo learners, because they are the opposite of social learners, and they prefer to study alone without having to interact with any other learner. So individual work helps them learn better. Okay, then comes nature learners. So nature learners, ideal study environment is a calm and relaxing environment. So yeah, so while learning in nature may or may not be possible, teachers can still nurture this kind of learning styles in students by assigning hands-on activities like classes outdoors and all of these things. So suppose, so one example here is, suppose a person has taken up life science as a subject, okay, which is a general subject and has got nothing to do with engineering. That person has to go in the lab of nature, or that person has to go to an excursion, okay, to any part of nature. So suppose any zoological park, or any any biodiversity area where they can do their research better. So that is your, those learners are your nature learners, who can learn better in the midst of nature. Okay, so with this we come to the end of this topic. I will meet you again with the next topic. Okay, so two more topics are left to be done, and with that we will be winding up our not only unit 5 but also our SSIS. Thank you so much.